who have made both one and have broken down the middle wall or partition between us. What was the middle wall that was between them?
Death.
Okay, sin, death. That's, what you say, Akeem?
Breaking of the covenant is what separated us from him.
Okay, the breaking of the covenant will separate us from him. Anybody else? Yeah, you go more and say.
Well, as we have here, that middle wall, for he is our peace, or our shalom, who have made both one, have broken down the middle wall of partition between us. So like Akeem was saying here now, is that we have the book of the law that is now in place because the book of the covenant was broken. So about the death of Mashiyach, now we also see now that middle wall, that partition, the curtain now actually split in two now, and so that whole Levitical ordinances of putting the blood of the doorposts, and like Maury is explaining here, all of the ordinances now with the 7 lambs being offered up even during that time, all of that stuff now is that's all the petition is broken now. So even we went back to Ezekiel, I think it was in the 35th chapter, verse 37. It talked about bringing us now back under the bond of the covenant, is what it said.
Yes.
You know, so I don't want to grab
Yeah. So, like Maury said, that middle wall of partition that was broken. So when you have the administration of death, when you have these ordinances, now remember, who had access even into these places?
The high priest.
The high priest. Not all the Levites.
Right.
Only the high priest. So before the administration of death, before the book of the law, what was your relationship with the Father?
Intermediate.
Was his plan always to have a mediator between he and you?
No, it was face to face.
Or was his plan for you to be able to meet him face to face?
Yeah,
Okay then, so now, when you get this out of the way, Shiloh comes and restores you back into this.
You don't need a mediator.
You don't need a mediator. Go ahead, Akeem.
He still is a mediator, right?
So what now?
Yeah, Mashiyach still is a mediator.
Yeah, he's the high priest. And you're right, he mediated on behalf of Yashra'al. He fulfilled, I'm glad you said that, because when we look at the scriptures, all the way from Musha, all the way throughout, you see the nation of Yashra'al with someone who intervenes or mediates between them and the Father. All the way throughout. So after Musha, what was the purpose of the high priest?
Intercede.
Was he not the interceder or the mediator?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, when we see this, we see that pattern all the way throughout the book. But Mashiyach comes and does the same thing, but something takes place when he gives his life. It restores us back to what? Giving us access back to the Father, back under this covenant, or to this covenant. Because remember, who is Yashra'al?
The Father is inheritance.
Okay, the firstborn.
His portion.
The promise.
Yes, exactly. Then when you come to, what kind of covenant is this?
Covenant of promise.
Covenant of promise. What did the Yashra'al say at Sinai when he spoke in terms of it?
He would do it.
So we're looking at a marriage. When we go back to Sinai, that whole picture is a picture of a marriage. I do.
Exactly.
And if you understand how Hebrew marriage work, the whole mountaintop or the kuppah or what it was standing or the covering that they stood at the foot of, all that plays into a marriage. Go ahead.
So basically, you go from, so when Mashiyach came, we went from being put away to being covered.
Mhm.
So basically, we went from being like divorced to being back.
Right, because he came to restore and bring about what? a new covenant.
Right.
So he's bringing you back to this place. So in a relationship, if you have a husband, what kind of husband would it be if you could never go stand before his presence or stand in his presence? What kind of relationship would you have behind walls or with a partition or division?
That's right.
Pins and needles.
No intimacy.
That would be no, say it again,
No intimacy.
that would be no intimacy. That's not a relationship.
Yeah.
So Mashiyach comes to restore us back to something. Let's go read, let's go over to Galatians 3:24. Galatians 3:24. The first person that gets it. Go with your question up. Oh, go ahead.
We have, wherefore the Torah was our tutor.
The Torah was our what?
Tutor.
Tutor.
To bring us into Mashiyach.
To bring us into Mashiyach.
That we might be justified by belief.
That we might be justified by what?
Belief.
Belief.
But after that belief is come, we are no longer under tutors.
After that belief or that faith has come, we are no longer under what?
Tutors.
Under tutor.
For ye are the children of Yahuah by belief in Yahusha HaMashiach. For as many of you as have been immersed into HaMashiach have put on HaMashiach.
Hallelujah. Now read that again. Let me, you got the King James. Thank you, Akeem.
Yes.
Galatians 3:24.
Galatians 3:4.
24.
3:24. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster.
Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster.
Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us into the Mashiyach, that we might be justified by faith.
The law brought us what? To Mashiyach, that we be what?
Justified.
Justified by faith.
Right. But after the faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster. For you are all the children of Elohim by faith in the Mashiyach.
By faith in the Messiah. So, the law was a schoolmaster to what?
To bring us
To
to the Mashiyach.
This right here was to bring us to Messiah. Not, when we look at the book of the law, let's not get this thing twisted, think that all 603 outside of the 10 don't apply. We're dealing with ordinances
Right.
that pertain to the sacrificial laws. How did that tutor them? Remember, it was the administration of death. They did this yearly for hundreds of years. So when Mashiyach comes on the scene and they see everything that is taking place or happening with him, should not they have been familiar with him and what was going on with him?
Should have been natural.
When he was found without what? Without blemish, without spot. Everything that took place with him, they should have recognized him when he come, because his life when he gave it, the blood that he shed, they should have known all of this because they have been practicing this. What y'all think a tutor is? A tutor teaches. Hallelujah. Come on, let's tell them. Yahuah, thank you.